Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Play Satisfactory again. And I had to think for a second there. They're perp. So we are back at our base. I actually did a power system all the way to the new base. So it's actually connected to the grid. If we see, we'll see 450 instead of the old one we had. So yeah, 450. I just thought, hell, why not? I like it. I thought it would be cool. So that's how it is. That's how it is. Let's go ahead and build a truck station here. I guess we should build one. Can't afford it because I'm too poor apparently. Don't have enough wires actually is why I'm poor here. Oh god. We should probably just get rid of the chainsaw right now. I cleaned up the pathway a bit too just because I thought, hey, why not? So let's go ahead and get this truck station up and running. So you're going to want to, it doesn't matter where you put it technically, but I'm going to want it to be placed in a place that will just work with my base over here. What happens if you do build it floating? Does it put things down on the ground? Oh, it does. Okay. I never tried placing something too floating yet, so I wasn't sure what would happen. But now we know. Okay. So, truck station. I'm thinking we'll put this one, like, maybe, say, right here. We'll see how it goes. That should work. And then we'll have to connect it to the grid, which it's right here. Awesome. And then this will be a truck station that receives, so it'll take all. And you'll have your fuel, which it doesn't have fuel yet, so you're going to have a system for that once it's up and running. So, to do that, I guess what you would want to do is we're going to have a storage system probably, like a basic one here. And we can put it wherever we want. This is going to feed other stations probably, more than anything. But we'll just put that there for now. And so what we're going to do is we'll put a splitter in here somewhere. And let's see where we're going to put the logistics and conveyor splitter. And we're just going to have this coming in like so. I say something like that, as long as it works. And we'll do the fast ones for this. Ooh, too steep. Didn't know you could get a too steep message. But hey, we're learning things, right? So let's do that again. There you go. And that should be not too steep now. There you go. And then we have another conveyor belt over here. And this is just regular belt. And this will feed into the fuel. So basically it'll put fuel back into the system. And then, yeah, something simple like that. And we do unloading for this one. And then you can put this here and you can see unloading this. And it'll split them, of course, between the belt right now. Excellent. And yeah, so this is pretty much set. Now what we have to do is make the pathfinding for all that. We have a truck there. We could always just build a new one. Might be just smarter in a sense, just because we can start it now in a sense. But what are we missing? 5 beacons. I guess we can give it a try here. Whoop. And then there you go. So we're going to have to do a pretty good job of doing this pretty smooth. I don't want to have to screw around with it, so... Oh, made 6 beacons. Everything's destroyed and ruined. Do I have coal? I thought maybe makes sense to use the fuel that the whole thing's going to be needing. That's probably all the coal I have, honestly. It's not like I need a hold coal normally, so... Oh, here, let's get rid of all the crazy stuff we have in our inventory at this point. Well, we might just have to use what we got, because I don't think I have any coal elsewhere, unfortunately. That's just how it is, unfortunately. So yeah, that should work anyways. We'll just we have the biofuel anyways, so I'll just have to swap it around. Okay. So let's go and do this. So let's build our new tractor. And we're going to go ahead and go inside, put the biofuel in. Okay. And so we're going to hopefully design, without destroying it already, the setup here. So I'm hoping this will work. I've never tried this before, so it'll be interesting. Okay, so now there shouldn't be anything it should be technically taking. I should wait for a second to make sure, but yeah, there's nothing in there. Okay, so here we go. To do this, we have to hold C and enable, I guess, start recording. There you go. So we have this going, and then we have it doing its turn here. Okay. And the nice thing with the power lines is at least you have something to kind of follow along with, so hopefully that made a good turn there. Don't mind it hitting this. Don't want to hit any trees. Or, sorry, not trees. Well, trees, big trees. But rocks, sorry. I found out you can destroy rocks with your chainsaw if there's, like, some debris nearby. So, it doesn't work quite as well as I was hoping. But, if you were to have some, like, debris right beside it, or, sorry, some, like, leaves and all that other stuff, it's able to work, which works really well, so. Okay. And then remember, we have to go up in this little area here. So I think the recording is a little bit more fine if you're slower, so we'll probably want to slow it down just a wee bit here just to make sure there's no mistakes happening. And you probably don't want to be turning too much randomly. And you probably want to have the most straight pass, because if it jumps a bit and screws it up, it could be pretty deadly, so like right here could be the deadliest part of the entire trip, right? So we kind of want it to just be able to do its thing and hopefully do a good job at it. And there you go. And if we can do this okay-ish, this is the part where it'll get difficult. I can't take my fuel out yet, so what I'm going to have to do is park here, I guess. And then do it, I guess. Okay, so let's get out of here for a second. Oh, it even has a loading thing in here. So let's go in here. And vehicle remove the fuel. There it goes. Oh, you can actually see it loading it up, or okay. Recording, no. So you can do show path nodes, which it already had, or whatever. Okay, so before pause recording. Pause recording. Okay, we're just pausing it for a second. I have to do something here on the side. You guys are like, what are you doing? Okay, so I'm going to... Sorry, I had a message here that was kind of important, so I had to deal with it quickly, so... That happens at times. It's just, usually I can do it on the side quickly, but we're doing something a little more important. Okay, so back to show path nodes and resume recording. So now we're going to go like this, and then we're going to go around here for fun. There you go. There you have it. And then we have to go through this part again, which is the tricky parts. Holy crap. Did I say tricky part? I mean really tricky part. Damn. I didn't realize it would take so much power to get up here. I was a little too fast down here. There's not enough points here, but should be okay. Slow down here just so it can... The more points, the better it auto-corrects for steering, I think, too. So, from our little trial and error before, that's kind of what I'm learning from it, so... Okay. And here you go. I feel like right around that turn before it could have been a bit better, but whatever. We got what we got, my friends. Slow down just a bit here. I like to slow down around the rocks just to make sure, you know, it's not going to be hitting them, you know, in between the pathfinding. Okay. And then instead, I think what we should do... Now, we'll probably have more facilities, so you don't want to get too close, but I think what we'll do here is then we'll go like this. And there we go. Finish recording. And then, don't know how well this is going to work. We're going to hide the nodes, and then we're going to enable the autopilot. At least I hope it'll automate or work. Oh, it's going. Did I screw it up when I ran in, or? Okay, it's going. Ha! So we have a small problem with it. And I don't think it'll be a big deal with this, but it is a bit of a small problem, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it go, and then we're going to chase it behind with this guy. We're going to watch, see how well it does. I'm wondering if I should have had it sit there. I didn't think the pathways had a time feature to them, but maybe they do. So I might have derped up a bit there. Oh, look at him go. He's just flying. Doing pretty good so far. The real challenge would be up and down this thing. And even it working once, it might screw up the second time, you know, so... Depends how physics act with it, so we'll see how it goes for it right now, and... We'll see if there's any alarming things that happen when we're tailing it. It's definitely faster than I think I was driving at, but... That's why I thought maybe it didn't matter how long you stayed at the terminal, so we'll see what happens. Okay. It is actually sitting there. It seems to be sitting there just as long as we were there before, so might have derped up on that, but whatever. You learn. Because I sat there for quite a bit. It's probably not a bad idea. It actually sits for a bit, but then again, I should have had it sit at both stations for a bit, so... I guess it'll be like a quick drop-off, so meh. It's meant for fuel for other vehicles anyway, so even the amount it drops in that quick time will be probably more than enough for what our needs, so it's not going to be like the world's biggest deal, but... I wonder if I'm going to be in its way in Adel. We'll see here in a second. Does this show... No, so it's per vehicle, I guess. There she goes. We'll see how she does up that hill. Oh, 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 oh. Is it going to make it? Oh, it did make it. Wow, what the hell happened there? I think it stopped too slow on the bump, but it reversed and went again. I mean, if it can auto-correct itself, that's fine. Thankfully, it went that way, not the other way. That would have been down the hill. I guess it has programmed like an oomph ability. That was epic. It seems scary because it might go the other way next time, but maybe it always goes the one way. I don't know. Either way, if something bad happens, we'll reprogram it. It's not a big deal. It's not like a big loss here. It's more like it's a fun thing, honestly, in my book. So. Okay. And then it's clear sailing at this point. Oh! I think it actually overshot its own waypoint. Was I really driving on that side on the way back? I guess I was. I think it overshot its own waypoint, so it actually went back and spun around and fixed it. So that's gives you some ideas what might can happen if you speed up too much. And then this, it should just fly through. We'll see if it has a system to slow it down. Oh, you're gonna... Oh. That's where I was playing... Oh, that's in between the waypoints. Here it goes. Yeah, so it's in there for literally a brief second, and that's it. Which, honestly, is enough anyways. Like I said, it's only to power the machines up, and it's more than enough for that time, so... I'm not worried about it, so awesome. So there you guys have it. We have an actual working, kind of, you know, it's not perfect, it's definitely flawed, but we have a system now in place to allow us to automate that. So might as well show you what I've been working on the side here, and we'll just leave that be and hope it works out for the best. Now, I wonder if it has any kind of unloading system. Like, if you're far away, does it fly and cheat the system, or no? A lot of games, when you're far away, collision and everything else is on release. Like, it's unlocked, sorry. So I wonder if it has any kind of basic system like that, because that would be intriguing and you know, cool, actually. So over here, we have iron, which I haven't tapped anything into this, and this is nearby too, which is probably bad because I probably should be tapping into the iron here. What kind are you anyways? So this is normal, so this is actually not too bad. because normal, what is the other ones we have? Unpeer, or I forget what they're called. But yeah, the normal ones tend to be a bit better. So is this normal too? Yeah. I think when it says normal, like all the nodes are normal. You wouldn't find like a pure, normal, etc. I don't think they're that much of a troll. But yeah, so you remember we scouted around here. I worked around here, actually. I have to go find it. So let's go over here. You have to follow our power lines that are over here. So there's our power plant. And it's somewhere around in this area. You should see some power lines, hopefully. And then you can see some of my work that I've been doing on the side. Ah, here they are. They're a lot further over here than I expected. So this, my friends, is our little basic system over here that has two different properties, actually. So this is the first one, which there's a copper thing right there. And this is the this one here I did off camera because I thought, well, we've done everything. So like when we've basically hand done it and you've done most of the structures like this, I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna just wait for you guys because this stuff is pretty straightforward. But this is my the heavy. Oh no, is this the rotors? No, this is the cube things actually. These guys, which I'm actually kind of low on. So these are modular frame factory. And the modular frame factory here, I'll build, now that I know how to do the truck system, I will do that off camera probably. And I'll get that built to our base. But yeah, it works out really well. So you got your, I'll show you what I'm doing here. It's a bit different, but you got your assembler here, which is meh. And it goes into storage. Over here is where things changed a lot. Actually, I should probably go from the beginning here. Make it a little less confusing. And you'll kind of see some of the, I kind of changing it in a more unique way this time around. So right here you have your miner and you have another miner. This is on normal, just like the other iron we saw there. So this goes at 60 a minute, right? Let's just double check, 60 per minute. And so what I have it doing is going into two splitters because the furnaces, the smelters, do 30 ore per minute. So if you want it to be 100%, you're going to have to split it up. So that's what I did. So it literally goes into a splitter, and then it goes into these guys here. But I wanted to do some load balancing with the entire project, right? So things would be 100% balanced. So I wasn't dedicating part of the iron to one place and part of the iron to another. I wanted like an actual load balance for once. So what I did with the load balance was I did a merger here, and then this is the conveyor MK2 belt, which actually you only need conveyor MK1 because two of those smelteries are still only outputting 60, but whatever. And then MK2, of course, here, and then it splits out again. So I have three different operations I wanted to do. Two of them are actually the same thing. They're the iron rods, because the iron rods need to be made into some other stuff. So I have them going into a merge, and just so I can have balance again, basically. And then over here, I have one turning it into screws. Actually, I think of two turning into screws. And then I have another offshoot, which you can probably see moves a little faster sometimes. I think it's when this activates, that goes here. You need the iron rods and reinforced iron plates, right? And so the screws go over here, and they go on a pretty fast little belt here. And so the two of them, you remember they output, what do they output usually? They output 90 screws a minute. So basically, this is 120 right now. We'll be able to speed it up, of course, later in life when we get MK3. But for now, this is how it goes, and it keeps up anyways. We also have power shard here just to speed it up a bit more, and of course this makes the iron plates, or not the iron plates, the reinforced plates. Then it goes into the reinforced. Reinforced go in there and iron rods go in there, and then you get the modular frame. And then over here, you can see we have the iron plates here, and that comes from over here. So, yeah, I'm a bit derpy there. I was kind of Sometimes I'm bad at explaining things, but hopefully that gives you a better idea of what we have going on. It works out anyways pretty well, so I'm happy about that. Let's get the lookout tower here. Do we have the materials? No, we're missing some. We can grab them off of here, though. There you go. So let's make out a lookout tower, just to give you that last little cool look over here, if we can. There you go. There you go. So we can just look down. Okay. So there it is. Pretty cool. So what I can do eventually here is do a truck stop, you know, over here, grab the materials, bring it closer to the base just so I have them when I need them, especially for research and things like that. And then we'll go from there. And the next time, we're going to be working on a steel production base. So we need to start producing steel. And so I have another base up in the north I'll show you. And we'll produce some steel there. But the sun's going down, so I think I'll wait between the setting there and get a daytime for you guys. But anyways, thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.